All right, man. Let's talk about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. And what network they gonna fight at? Obviously, the fight is gonna be at 154 pounds. Um, and I seen this article that brought it up, and right now, if you ain't heard the news with PBC, it is simply that right now Amazon don't really have a big interest in PBC right now. They don't have a huge amount of interest in PBC. Um, so it's not a lot of interest in PBC right now with them. So, and his own got interest in them, but they want to have final say so on matchmaking. So anytime you take power from the guy that's supposed to be in power, he don't want to go there. And the media is putting it out there that he don't want to go there because he want to be on the TV channel. He don't want to be on the app. You know what I'm saying? No, it's because he won't have power. That's why he won't have power. So that's a big problem. He won't have power. He wants to have power. So when they take power of matchmaking away from you, when they take power of matchmaking away from you, you know what I'm saying? Now you're not in power once you take this money. And you got a guy like Al Haymon who who usually, run everything, and he end up able to finesse companies out of their money. You know what I'm saying? And now you taking power away from him, then it is what it is. I wouldn't trust him neither. You'd be a damn fool to trust Al Haymon. But then we have a problem. Now, apparently, Terence Crawford told the media, let's go to the quote. He says he got the right to enforce whatever he's going to do, said Terence Crawford to the media, asked his thoughts on Crawford insisting on forcing him with the rematch. All right. So they come up with a list of questions. He says, which network will broadcast Crawford and Spence? With Showtime no longer expected to be broadcasting boxing events, it means that PBC will need to find another network for the rematch between Crawford and Spence. Too, if PBC is going to have Amazon Prime, the rematch might not sell because fans will likely need to subscribe, and that's not cheap. Well, I mean, Amazon Prime is $15 fucking dollars. Now, if it's like the Zone where you got to do do a subscription and pay a pay-per-view, which that's not like the Zone. I don't think you do have to do that. You can buy the pay-per-view. Then that might be a problem. That might be a problem. So that might be a problem. But you know, I mean, maybe it's harder for people to find or whatever. That's a great question. Like, and right now it don't look like it's gonna be Amazon Prime. That's the crazy thing about it. It don't look like it's gonna be Amazon Prime. So that's the crazy thing about it. It don't look like it's gonna be Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? It don't look like that's gonna be Amazon Prime. They said they have interest, but it's not substantial, meaning that that's not enough to carry the whole roster on there. Now, it did end up coming out that Amazon Prime is trying to bid on NBA TNT spot where they do Tuesday and Thursday basketball. So maybe that's where a lot of their focus and research gonna go on. It's just bad timing because the NBA TV media deal is up after this season, which they are also supposed to be adding 2 new NBA teams, presumably in Seattle and Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be the move, Seattle and Las Vegas. So maybe more of their focus is going towards, trying to get the NBA. You know, that might be where they focus is going to, you know. So, and if that's the case, if that's where they focus is going to, then you know what I'm saying, you understand. It's just bad timing. It's just bad timing. It's bad timing. So, but that's a great question. Like, do they just put this on Fight TV and just ask the fans to fund it, and Al Heyman put the production money out his pocket? That's a lot of money for a fight that nobody want to see. For a rematch nobody want to see. That's a lot of money to not have no network to come save it. Now think about this: if Errol Spence put up a better fight, a network would be dying to produce that pay-per-view. Think about that for a minute. A network will be dying to produce that pay-per-view. That would have been a nice bargaining chip. You wouldn't even really need Mayweather to co-sign nothing. That would have been a beautiful bargaining chip. You know, but that is a respectable question. That's a respectable question. Who's going to produce this pay-per-view? My guess is maybe they do it independent. They're going to lose a lot of money. So they said, when will it take place? Given that haven't been any talks about negotiations going on yet, which that don't mean nothing. The rematch will likely happen in the first quarter next year. Ideally, Spence will take a tune-up beforehand. No, ain't no tune-up. But he probably won't. Ain't no tune-ups. You said a rematch clause. It ain't no, oh, I'm gonna take a rematch, do. No, it's a rematch clause. Ain't no tune-up. Fuck you mean take a tune-up beforehand? If you need a tune-up beforehand, it ain't no rematch. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you need a tune-up. Like these pro PBC writers and aerosexuals and shit like that, like whole ass Jake Donovan, dude, these niggas just dick gobblers. Real talk. They can't take their L's. They can't take their L's. That's the funny thing about it. They can't take their L's. Hilarious. Hilarious. Can't take their L's. Oh, he needs a rematch and he needs this, that, and the third. And like, dude, what is this dude? A special education student? Jesus Christ. Oh, he needs to spar Jerron Ennis to get man, fuck out of here. Ideally, then he goes on to say the way he performed his last two fights would be too risky for him to take a warm-up against a bottom level contender. The Warners, man, they don't believe in this dude. It's talking about the location with weight class. It's at 54, so it's gonna be at 54. But the problem is, it looked like Al Heyman independently might have to produce this thing. So I don't know where else he gonna go to. He gonna go to BLK Prime? I mean, where else can he run to? TNT Sports, USA, Sci-Fi Channel. Like I said before, I love it that he getting hammed, and I hope he just sell his roster and get out of boxing because he been the problem. He been the problem all the way along. He been the problem, the huge problem. So at the end of the day, ain't no telling when you're gonna see these PBC fighters come back and fight. Ain't no telling when you're gonna see these dudes come back and perform. Come on. Ain't no telling. He got a gang of money from the zone, and he could do something with Amazon Music, Amazon Prime. as long as the zone say it got to be exclusive, he don't want to give up power. And if you notice, in a lot of situations where the king got to give up power, or the prime minister, or the president, whoever got to give up power, kind of like in Star Wars, where Senator Palpatine didn't want to give up power. A lot of times you see, dude, it becomes a struggle. It becomes a struggle to get that power from them. So at the end of the day, that's the $1 million question. Where is this gonna be at? Amazon Prime? Where's they gonna produce this at? This is gonna be interesting. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.